Oh, hey, what's up, y'all? I didn't even see y'all there. Hey, before we get started,
Look, a giraffe! Look, a fist! Clowns.
I don't know what the hell happened. Let's try that one more time.
Look, a giraffe! Look, a fist! Clowns.
I apologize about that. I know y'all haven't been hearing me at all. Let's try that one more time and tell everybody skip to 40 seconds.
Look, a giraffe! Look, a fist! Clowns.
Now, that's exactly how I feel about this discussion, but we're going to have it anyway. So, this is a new segment. I'll probably be making more than one of these, but it's probably going to be called something else. But this is a new segment entitled Stop Breaking the Law, Asshole! Now, why am I telling people to not break the law, you dumb asshole? Okay. I want people to realize several things. Okay. For one, stop comparing black people to other minorities. The American Negro, the reason you cannot compare them to other people is because the Italian, the Jew, the Asian, the European, any of these foreigners that have came up over here, none of them had their own towns burnt and ramshacked. None of them had their 50,000 inventions took and hid from them. None of you other groups have this story. So you cannot compare to us because we are not you and you are not us. We never ran from nowhere to build what we have. Y'all did that. We were already here and we built our shit and we got ramshacked and fucked over by a group of wicked motherfuckers. Okay, that's our story. Nobody else's. Now the Jamaicans ain't had no Ku Klux Klan. Fucking not the Haitian. The Haitian ain't had no Ku Klux Klan. None of you have this story. So that's the first thing. Okay, now the reason I'm saying that, and I'm about to check the American Negro, is because stop breaking the law, asshole! Ever since you've been a fucking criminal, your whole community has went to shit. You are dog doo-doo. Ever since you started talking about selling drugs and you're some big time gangster and you're so tough, you can't even beat Mr. Charlie. You can't beat Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is not even hitting you anymore and you're still losing. So I'm saying that to say this. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Where's that at? Where's the fat man at? Let's listen to that. Ooh, or did I do that? Did I clip it? Maybe I clipped it. Hold on. Nope, didn't. All right. I want y'all to hear something real quick. Let's check this out. Listen. Okay. We're going to fast forward to what I need.
Here they are! Fuck out of my face, okay? But let me tell you something, fat.
Here we go. Listen.
I mean, you're worse than cancer.
Here we go.
You're a pig.
Son of a bitch. Something lined up to where it fucked up where I was at. Like, you know, a new video.
It's reality. You're a pig. You're a greedy pig. And you're proud of it too, aren't you? You're just really proud. Yeah. You know, you won't be satisfied till every 10-month-old kid has a needle stuck in his arm. You know that? I mean, you're worse than cancer. You're like an epidemic. You're a disease, man. That's what you are. You're like a curse. But let me tell you something, fat man.
That's to all the black drug dealers, all the fucking black gangsters. You are a disease. You're like a curse. That is who you are. And what I'm saying is that all comes from a certain thing that I'm telling you to stop doing. Where is that at? Hold on. I got this. Real quick.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Okay. So we can all tell if you're smart. We can tell why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because the rules were not made to be broken. The first person to tell you to break a rule was a bitch ass criminal. Those were the ones who said the rules were always made to be broken. And that's why I'm saying,
stop breaking the law, asshole!
How many prostitutes do we need? Like, you guys do realize this country is in debt, okay? And you guys do realize that the whole world, it's not just men in America's opinion. No, the whole world looks at Western women as worthless and trash. That is how they look at you. So that comes from breaking the law. I know what people are going to say. They're like, what do you mean break the law? How women broke the law? Because women aren't supposed to be running shit. Not only biblically, but even historically, every place that had a woman in rule got conquered. Every last one. Indians got conquered. They had women chiefs. Africans got conquered. They had women chiefs. It's just starting to click. Like, it's just starting to register. Bro, the only people who fell were the ones that gave her some power. And I'm not saying it. Like, people get this word wrong. Y'all think power means, oh, you know, you lock her up in a room or something. That's not what it means. It means exactly what has been told. You hold no authority over the man. And it's because he can slap you and knock you out. He can punch you and knock you out. You can't do that to him. So why the fuck would we have you in a leader position? That is dumb. That's bogus. Then you have to take it from someone who sees it every day. There's about only 1 or 2 women in my line of work that I've seen put in that work. The rest of them are lazy, lagging around, slackers that just want the money, but don't want to put in the work. That's why you're not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of work, you know what I'm saying? Of certain job positions, men know they have to work. Your gang goofy ass not supposed to be here, homie. You're a fraud. You know what I'm saying? That is leading to the detriment of Western society. That is what's destroying it. You cannot vouch for women having any rulership because they have never built a motherfucking thing. What are you going to credit them for building? You're going to talk that African story where, oh, yeah, they built the pyramids together. No, they didn't. Imhotep designed that pyramid, and then he paid people to build it. They weren't slaves. Nobody was putting women in those fucking positions because nobody wants to keep losing labor power. Motherfucker, 100 degrees out here. She on top of the pyramid. That motherfucker have passed out and fell to her death. Stop being stupid.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
That's breaking the law. Putting women in man positions is breaking the law. It's a universal law. Everything has its opposite. Okay, so if he has to sweat all day in the fucking streets, in the field, where is she supposed to be? She's supposed to be a helpmate making that comfortable. She's not supposed to be out here licking carpets. That's another issue that needs to be broke. That's breaking the law.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
We can clearly see where all these fags and fucking weirdos came from. You guys were the nut house children. That's what you were. Because the question becomes, what happened to all the nuts in the nut houses when we closed them? And then right after we closed them in the 60s, here comes the crime epidemic and the drug epidemic all in the 70s. Why do you think that is? Oh, it's the government. What happened to the psychos that got released out the nut houses. Weren't they all on those doo-doo pills? So they were already dope fiends. So what did we let out? A bunch of junkies.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Now, does that mean you got to become a fucking Buddhist or a Jesus Christ worshiper or a fucking Yahweh? No, because y'all don't get that shit anyway. That's why the little altar boys getting molested. That's why Sister Jenkins in the front row is getting touched on by the pastor. That's why all this weird shit is happening. That's why people are a part of faiths that marry fucking 6-month-old babies and shit. Motherfucker, we've seen what you Muslims do. You niggas marry children. You're fucking weird. They be like, oh, we're not the only ones that do that. The Africans do it too. Yes, they're fucking weird. Yo. Hold on.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
What this has to do with is Masonic genius. Because, see, I can talk about all those Negroes of the past that had their own towns, but those were all Masons. And I'm not talking about some secret lodge, prick your finger. No, they were builders. They weren't whiners. They didn't sit and bitch about what somebody did to them. They just built and did it the right way and followed the rules. And one of the most important things they did not do was keep.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Because they never broke the law at all, because they were in their own societies. They didn't have any of those problems. So that's black people. Okay. The Western women being a whore for no fucking reason is getting old, and it needs to be addressed. Why do y'all think y'all so horny? You think your pussy's there for no reason? It's just there for you to gyrate on a pole? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're horny because you're supposed to be. Just like you're supposed to be attractive. You know why? Because the man's supposed to get a hard on to sleep with you, to ejaculate in you and catch that egg before you bleed it out and use it for nothing. There are too many fucking like strippers thinking they're cool, and it's like, bro, you're not fucking cool at all. You're ruining society. You know what I'm saying?
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Just like the street perv and the fucking street ignorant idiot that got into the gentleman's club and then it became the strip club. Let me explain something to you guys. The reason the gentleman's club was even created is because of the same game that men are going through today. You think women weren't stuck up like that years ago? Y'all were the same snooty idiots back in the 40s. You've always been this way. I don't believe any of these molestation, rape stories. I don't believe them anymore. And the reason is because they say it's the oldest profession. They don't say pimping's the oldest profession. They say prostitution. So that means the girls have been selling that fucking coochie since the beginning of time. It had nothing to do with a man. That's why Mary Magdalene was about to get stoned by herself. Where was her pimp? They was being hoes a long time ago, bro. They've been fucking doing this.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
And that's why somebody put that order there. You always got to remember, they say prostitution is the oldest profession. Okay, how old? Like before the Bible? Right? Before any of these holy books, right? Before the fucking Kemetic deities, right? Because it's the oldest profession. It's the oldest one. So that means even before logic, even before knowledge, even before school, women had been hot in the draws years ago. And I know why y'all feel this way. What about your mother? My mother has more than one kid. So that means more than one time she got her groove on. You think those were the only times she only had sex when she had kids? Get the fuck out of here. Everybody knows once you're pregnant, motherfucker can't get pregnant again. This is a disgusting topic. No, it's not about being disgusted. It's about saving the world, motherfucker. We're talking about facts of reality. And what I'm telling you is they've always been hot in the draws. And the only thing that stirred them from that was man's wisdom. He told her, you're only supposed to select one. God didn't talk to her. I'm tired of people saying that. If God talked to the woman so much, she'd have wrote the Bible herself. She would have needed a dude. She would have reduxed it. The NIV, the Geneva, the fucking, how many reductions of the Bible is there? Okay, why is the woman's Bible just scriptures of women in the Bible? It's not their interpretation of the book. Because that's breaking the fucking rules. They don't have anything to do with it. And that's that's why I tell people these knowledge books are allegorical, bro. They're not supposed to, you're not supposed to look at them like, oh, if I don't follow this, I'm gonna burn in the lake of fire. That's not credible. That makes no fucking sense. There's too many children that have been raped, shot in the head, ran over, misplaced, abused, all different types of shit. God would have been came back. If that God, the one that they keep telling you about while they're robbing and raping you, if that one truthfully existed, it would have been put in work. You've put in more work than that God. Why? I don't know, because that's the whole loop about that story. That's why the first commandment is thou shalt not put any other gods before me. You're talking to yourself. You think this God didn't know about Baal, Bel, whatever the fuck, all these other deities that have been on the earth for a long fucking time. That's why it made that commandment. That's why that's the first one. Slickest Mason shit on earth. Somebody wrote this. They're writing it. Okay, the first commandment he writes. He claims he heard it from the air. You know how impressed God would be with us? Motherfucker, we made the computer, the fucking PlayStation. He'd be super ecstatic to talk to us. He wanted to talk to some nomads who didn't know anything. He had to explain to them how to build the ark. I want it this long. I want it with this material. He has to explain to them what it is because they have no fucking logic. They have no knowledge. Where do you obtain logic and knowledge? Reading and experience, but reading. Okay, what do you have to do to introduce yourself to this God? Any of them. Allah, Buddha, Christ, Yahweh. What do you have to do? You have to read. Okay, what do you have to do first to know how to read? You have to go to school. You have to be educated. So it's like I told people, thought slowed down to create light. Why is that showing itself? Because you wouldn't even know what God is unless you read on it. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to listen to the guy. Yeah, I got some candy. Just follow me down this dark alley. Come on, now you're a grown-ass adult. You got more common sense than that. So why, if that was the case, this is why the rules aren't made to be broken. Why, if that was the case, and the spooky man's supposed to come out of the air and save the day, why are you reading? You should just say a couple prayers and that's it. Like them dudes did in the desert when them 1,000 soldiers popped up out of nowhere. Why isn't that not happening today? I thought Barack was a saint. Why he got a magic bullet? I thought Trump was a saint. Why he got a magic bullet? I thought Joe Biden was a saint. See, I'm fucking with you now. I'm trying to show y'all something because for a long time we've been breaking the rules, and the rules are very simple. It's all about nobility. It's all about being a good man, a good person. That way you can teach and raise good people. You know what I'm saying? Always remember, it's weird that it's teacher, doctor. It's like it's always referring to like you teaching. You know what I'm saying? It's always you as the leader. You know what I'm saying? Leader, doctor. There's a reason that these words are made that way, because the first person to do it was the male. But that's me getting a little too deep. Look.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
One reason is because these kids are slow. A lot of these kids stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? They be raised in inner cities with all this technology and they still talk like a fucking slave. That doesn't make any sense unless that's programming. You know what I mean? That's breaking the law. Knowledge is power. How the fuck are we respecting these rappers and shit and claiming they got power and they talk like fucking idiots? Knowledge is power, not your record sales. So how much knowledge have you guys been getting in this music? Very slim. So they're breaking the law because they're vibrationally talking to you, feeding you bullshit. So
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
what has it done for your country? What has it done for your country for you to not have people go through the port of customs and you just keep giving stuff away? Just keep giving stuff away. You just give it away. You end up 34 trillion in debt. What happens when you break the rules? And you're breaking the rules. You know what I mean? Everything goes to shit. I use the black communities as a perfect example because it's like, look at them. You'll literally see people wearing Louis Vuitton at a bus stop. Is that what it's come to? Where it's like you don't have any logic at all. You just do shit because it's in style or it's fashion or whatever dumb shit they want to come up with. That's why you do it. I feel in my heart of hearts that man cannot blame woman. You know what I'm saying? Everything I say, I still don't blame her. I blame us for not enforcing it. It doesn't mean physical. You don't have to physically touch women at all. You just tune them out. See, once the compliments go away and the lights stop getting flushed and the heart stop getting flushed, women start feeling weird. Because that's their whole thing, is about some attention. But it's like, what was the attention for? If man was building society and she was trying to look pretty to get his attention, what was she doing? Bullshitting, fucking up him building. People don't want to believe that, but you just look at society today. How many independent women are there now? This is a really good one.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
How many independent women are there now? How many bad bitch, self-made boss females do we have now? Okay. How many of them have taken a man from McDonald's or Walmart, made children with him, and put him in a nice house and took care of him? None. This is why you're not supposed to be fucking boss bitches going to work. You're being obsolete to the world. You're not getting it. Man didn't take you on because, oh, he just hit you in the head and dragged you. No, motherfucker. That's his job on earth. His job is to be suitable to take care of a woman. Okay. Some have enough money to take care of 3 or 4. Okay, it is what it is. But that's what they're supposed to do. If you go make money on your own and you do not make the family and you do not do your part on earth, paying your dues for others, because that's the point of man. The point of man is sacrifice. That's why it's Christ who did it. It's a man. You know what I'm saying? The point of the energy in the story is a male or a man. That's what I'm saying. It's not a woman who's going to sacrifice. You see how they did that stupid shit in Titanic? You see how Rose jumps off the lifeboat? He's like, "You crazy, Rose. You stupid, Rose." And then what ended up happening? He had to sacrifice that piece of wood that he would have stayed on and survived to keep this idiot alive who already was safe. She was already on a boat. Later on, they'd have picked him up. He'd have got said, everything would have been fine. But no, you not following order. Women and children first. He been put you on that ride. See, nobody thinks of Titanic like that. Nobody looks at it like that. When you're watching Jack freeze to death in that water, you always have to remember he could have survived if her dumb ass had stayed on that boat. If she'd have stayed on that life raft, he'd have been on that little piece of wood long enough, he'd have survived for them to come pick him up. Because that's what happened to her. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Your dumb ass didn't even have to go through them fucking problems. Only he did, but he would have survived. He would have survived. He found the fucking piece of wood, gave it to her.
Stop breaking the law, asshole! Explosion.
Just saying. Because it's not even that difficult to understand. It should be common sense. Everybody should understand what I'm saying. Because of breaking the law, you know, people like man's law, God's law. Because of breaking the law, it's universally. Ain't nobody got to write on no fucking piece of paper that you're not supposed to take somebody else glazed ham that they didn't cook and prepared all day. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't done nothing, and you ain't worked, and you ain't earned that, and you ain't hunted, you ain't did anything, and you should just supposed to be able to just take it. It don't. It's unwritten rules. It was already known. That's why the character, this Christ thing, gets to take on this role. That's why it gets to say, "Do unto others as you want them to do unto you." That's universal law without even saying it. That's telling you what it is vibrationally, without words. Without words. You're not supposed to poke nobody because you don't want nobody poking you. You don't want to bite punch you, so you're not supposed to punch them. Like, it's supposed to be automatic. But that's a frequency. That's an energy that we need to get back on in humanity. I'm not talking about going to church and clapping hands with people. No, fuck them. They're dead. They're going to lead you into a wasteful ass life, because a lot of them people in them religion and stuff be a wasteful ass life. Even if they got money, they retarded. I would never want millions of dollars in fame and be a fucking dummy. Hell no. That's 90% of the rappers. They're not talking about nothing. They ain't got nothing influential to say. These rappers back in the 80s and 90s, some of them was prolific. Some of them had some deep stuff to say. Not that many of them around anymore. Not that many at all, if any. You know what I'm saying? Especially like some real game. Like not really. From breaking this universal law, it has destroyed people. It has destroyed groups of people. That's what I'm really aiming at, y'all. Like, I'm not knocking the shorties. Like I always tell women, I love y'all. And in this cruel world, you know what I'm saying? You got to make it how you make it to survive. I totally understand that. Nobody's knocking that. But when I see all these bastard kids, and I see all these unlearned kids and all this violence and all this drama, and people just keep blaming it on catchphrases. Oh, you know, we all were young. But don't hit me with no Masonic shit like that. What the fuck are you talking about? We all was young. I was 15 years old, 15, 16. Alex shot himself in the head, killed himself, suicide. That's what you're saying we all should be on because we all young? Fucked up, huh? People do wrong because ain't nobody doing right. Ain't nobody teaching them. People just having kids for money. They're not even having kids out of love, which is bad because all new creations are supposed to be created out of love. It's not supposed to be created out of chaos. You dig? From breaking these universal laws, these rules, we have destroyed society. We're damn near destroying humanity, and people are not seeing how the progression that we're talking about it's de-evolving. You know what I'm saying? Even people on the politics will say that, oh, these progressors, you know what I'm saying? They're actually like making y'all dumb. Like they making y'all backwards. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give y'all an interlude. I gotta make a quick downstairs run real fast. Nothing too serious, like 3 minutes. 5 minutes, something like that. Music should be playing. It should be. No, hold on. Give me honestly, yeah. Take those minutes. All right, yo. All right. Yeah, universal stuff is serious. You know, because I can hear people. Be like, no, you're wrong about history and all that because there was plenty of female rulers and all that. And I'm not one of them type. I'm not saying anything of that degree. What I'm saying is, as a grown adult studying the battlefield and seeing how every group that entrusted the power with women at the base, they all got knocked off. Like they all got knocked off, because you can hear the Aboriginals saying that. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are saying that now. They're like, oh yeah, and we'll get back to the matriarchy. And then you got women that be on, like, girl power, Taz exclusive type stuff. It's like they're like, oh, the matriarchy. Everybody's always talking about the matriarchy. These motherfuckers don't get along now. Y'all ain't building no fucking real mind state. Y'all not talking about no real shit. Y'all talking about dumb relationships that we shouldn't even be talking about. Not saying relationships are dumb. I'm talking about dumb people. These are clearly idiots. It's clearly a rat, and that's what you're having the fucking conversation with. You're talking to a rat. So it's like nobody's learning anything from this. And why y'all trying to rehabilitate hoes? Like I said, that's the oldest profession. They've always been around. I just said stop giving them so much attention. Stop making them think that has value to it besides the life that can come out of it. The cocky, ignorant woman has no value. Nobody ever said she did, motherfucker. You can't break down a fucking mountain and turn it into a freeway. You haven't yet. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to look at certain things. It's like, would you really entrust this motherfucker with the whole thing? No, it's a matriarchy. You'll be there. I bet I would. Sounds like the same shit that's already going on. It sounds like I'm doing everything for real, and you're just leeching off it and want to have your say. And it's like, no, that's what's ruining society. We all know women blabber and babble a lot about nothing. Okay, imagine that full live, 1,000 channels. Everybody's agreeing with it simply because of the sex. And it's like, are y'all fucking stupid? Like, you crazy. Ain't nobody listening to this fool. Ain't nobody listening to this dummy. No. And it doesn't mean women are dumb. No, it means in the sense of logic, women are dumb. Nobody, what? How fast would she even react to somebody like pulling out a gun and draw, like it's a shootout going on? You're going to trust that? Like, for real? Motherfuckers that don't even be trained know how to shoot. It's just a natural thing for guys to like do certain things. It's just natural. It's supposed to be. The reflexes are faster. You know what I'm saying? The athleticism. Females will tell you that. And female basketball players do not want to go up against the top dogs of basketball history. They know that. You'll never hear any of them women say, I could have beat Jordan. I could have beat LeBron. I could have beat Kobe. It's like you'll never hear women basketball players say nothing that's stupid. They know those men will wipe the floor with them. Same thing with softball versus baseball. Are you getting my point? Like, you have to have strength and you have to have weakness. Weakness doesn't always have to mean, oh, you're just a puny little punk. That's not what we're saying. We're saying weakness in the sense of you're more vulnerable to this real world because everybody acts like the world is just such peace and harmony. Why have they not got mauled by a bobcat yet? I'm just wondering. Why have they not tried to box a rhinoceros? Why not? Shit. Some of us out here having problems with a fucking full-grown Rottweiler. It's just a domesticated dog. So while you was 9 months pregnant, right? let's make a scenario. Okay, the woman is 9 months pregnant, and there's a guy there she don't want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? It's back in the day, and then she has a lesbian that she is with. So the lion comes out, right? All right, but her reflexes are of a woman, and I can hear people already. Oh, there's women that, bruh, you were really telling me that women would have survived on Earth without man? That makes no sense. And nobody will admit that ignorance except a fucking idiot. Nobody's going to say nothing that's stupid. Are you crazy? She would have never made it. You can't fight 8 months pregnant. You can fight some little bullshit situation. Can't fight no damn crocodile. Like, say you go into labor. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The crocodile just munching you and your newborn. So there has to be balance. There's no balance on Earth right now. You know what I'm saying? People are talking about women are winning. The country's 34 trillion in debt. Nobody's winning, you idiot. And this is why. Because you're saying shit that doesn't make any sense. Women aren't winning fucking anything. Just like celebrities aren't winning fucking anything. The Federal Reserve is being dripped dry. And the only thing that's going to be left is you people working your ass off. So why the fuck would you care about these punks on stage that haven't told any real shit, haven't done anything to make the country better? They just make their money for these rich oligarchs that come through with all this weird stuff. They be at the science, festivals talking about computer chips in 10 years. Like, these are the type of people you're funding. These champagne drinkers, these Louis Vuitton, these are the people you're funding. They're taking you into the ground.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
You gotta let fame and fortune go for longevity. That's what I'm saying. Those companies, those mom and pop shops that be like 80 years strong, bro. You don't think they've went through their celebrity phase? Are they famous now? Do you know them? No, but they 80 years strong. Jay-Z ain't rapped for fucking 80 years. You think people are gonna be talking about Jay-Z in 40 more years? I'm just talking about a little mom and pop's burger and fry spot. Motherfuckers been around 80. I've seen it. I've seen an ice cream spot like that. White people, of course. Ice cream spot, 80 years old. Still cracking. Shit, the job I work for. 120 something years old. It's one of the oldest fucking food companies ever in America. So it's possible to make some shit and keep some shit and have it better your, nation better. Yeah. Fuck community, your nation, the place where you are. The Federal Reserve, you keep trying to bleed for a free check wherever you can get it, whether it's welfare or fucking insurance, whatever the fuck you want to do. That, instead of building that up, you rather be out here, breaking the rules. And it's like, it never helped nobody. Just look at black people. That's a prime example. That is a perfect analogy to show. Look what doing crime did to black people. Fucked them in the game. They are dead broke. They are so broke spiritually and mentally that they are willing to watch the minstrel show and let them pimp them into more ignorance forever. They never will get out of it. Like, they're never going to realize that black in English is dead. Darkness, abyss, the eternal night. You know what I'm saying? You went into the eternal blackness. That's what it means. If you want to talk about some other stuff from a whole nother language and a whole nother world, that's fine. But that's not what you're at. You're right here. The reason I'm saying that is because we was Negroes in college when we did all this, this fly shit. You know what I'm saying? The Negroes in leagues and all that. We was Negroes in college back there. So you get my point. Nobody in the English language was calling us dead, black. No, you're just colored, or you're just a Negro. And they're like, well, Negro means black. No, stop doing that. the Spanish person was already here. Okay, that means that word's already here. So stop trying to intertwine it with your interpretation of the English word black. Stop doing that. That word is a descriptive language from the conquistadors referring to the first people they saw in the Americas. That's who they're talking about. That's what that word means. So why would they call you that? I wonder. But anyway, we got to stop universally breaking the law. I'm happy for the people that have success. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you found it, whether it was, your talent, your hard work, commend everybody. But we doing this shit wrong. Too many of y'all have too many people listening to you, and you're not saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're talking a bunch of dumb shit that really doesn't matter. Right now, what matters is the law and how people need to follow it. And we need to stop making excuses for these spiritually bum, broke-ass people that continue to keep people in bum, broke-ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, like I said, the community, they ain't got to shoot each other. It's black on black. Whatever people say, nobody cares. It's black on black. It's you killing your own business. It's you killing your own customers. It's you killing your own employees. It's you killing your own shit. Nobody cares about Crippin' and Blood. It never helped y'all. Crippin' and Blood don't even have a fucking roller coaster ride. Like, they haven't even made a fucking amusement park. They haven't done nothing with that. It's just an LLC for nothing. It's just for no reason. And they just keep making more little LLC groups that ain't gonna do nothing. It's just bullshit. And it's like y'all wasting y'all time. Oh, well, what would you know about it if you had? What kind of dumb shit is that, bro? You talking about something that didn't work? This shit started way back in the late 50s, bro. The 60s and shit, like these clubs and all that. Bro, did it work? Did it help? No, it didn't. So why you keep trying to like justify the ignorance like it did anything? It didn't do anything. It just made it worse. Say all that to say this. There's a ruler in this land that I feel is not the justifiable ruler. They're not supposed to be in control. And you see how this country is going into the dumps. Integrity-wise. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually wise. It's going into the crapper. And the reason that is from not following the rules. You know what I'm saying? The rules were set for a reason. They're there for a reason. And I can hear people already, well, shit, there's rules that everybody break. Yeah, but if you're not in the game, like you didn't sign any contracts or anything, then you can't break any rules. The fuck? Nobody's entitled to change the way that your mind thinks unless you are allowing them to. Like I said, like you're on contract or something, like an athlete. An athlete can't just get a $90 million contract and then just leave to fucking Tibet for fucking a year. Like, what the fuck? You got a game to play, motherfucker. I just paid you $90 million. That's like robbery. So if you're on contract, then you're going to have to be corporate. You know what I'm saying? It's like me at my job. I can't just walk around, you know what I'm saying, talking any way that I want. You got to come professional. It's like, this is your way of business. So universally, the law was set for a reason. And I'm tired of people making excuses on why the law is there. Bad Bay law is different. I'm talking about universal law. The seed must touch the egg for life to be. You know what I'm saying? Forward is forward, backwards is backwards. You know what I'm saying? You could turn it, but it's like it's still the same thing. Side is side. Certain things just don't change. But knowledge, without it, your nation goes into the dumps. And it's like, that's why everybody fiending for two old men, because people are afraid to admit it's time for the new like minds to step forward. And I mean publicly, it's time for them to stop blocking the new minds. Like, bro, you guys are old. That whole Senate is old. I'm not saying the whole thing, but it's like, whole Senate is old. It's people on TV telling the news. A lot of them is old. A lot like, bruh, it's time for some new words. It's time for some new voices. It's like, this shit is getting old. Black people so bad they fucking got Charleston White as like a leader to them, and it's like what? It's all ignorant motherfucking whatever. Who gives a damn? All I'm saying is, it ain't they turning the kids out. No, they not. We know which ones is doing that shit the most. It ain't the kids is ODing. We know which ones is ODing the most. It ain't the kids just killing each other. We know which ones are doing that the most. So it's like it's down the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's down the middle with these problems. But I think it all comes from, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, from the jump.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
We gotta move better. It's like common sense. That's how I feel. We should be like, well, it should be common fucking sense. People should know this, but I guess not. Women, you're gonna have to get in order. Doesn't mean go with abusive man, because remember, you're already doing that. Doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of bastard children, because you're already doing that. See, anything that women were going to say negative, they're already doing. So it's like you have no fucking leg to stand on. Just listen for once. You just gotta listen. Look, y'all have turned this earth into a real fucked up house. And it's got to get clean. It's got to get some order. And I'm saying go the universal route. Don't listen to me. Go check the universal law out. Go check them out and really think about it. It's like, and then justify it with truth. Like, wait a minute. You've been out here this whole time. You ain't built one damn city. And all you doing is playing with rocks and cards and Ouija boards and candles and chakras and shit. And that didn't even help for the people that got beat the fuck up that had that shit. It's like, bro, all the slaves, the Celtics, fucking everybody who got enslaved, motherfucker, all these people, they are like Wicca, they all had their own shit. None of it helped. The witch burnings and shit, yeah, bibbity bobbity boo. The bitch got burnt. None of it helped. So it's like, when you start talking about some magician pulling a rabbit out your hat, nobody wants to hear that shit anymore. It's 2024. That's a joke. What is real is knowledge and how it turns into the wisdom that is. People say wisdom is things that won't change, or the knowledge of things that won't change. I find that controversial. I don't believe that, because at the end of the day, when blacks were segregated, they thought that would never change. And it did. When they had their own towns, they thought that would never change. And it did. So I can't go with that notion. What I can say is, if we don't put into effect the work, you know what I'm saying? And it's not individual. We don't give it, like, sometimes you got to let shit die. Where it's like, dog, if y'all got a family full of bastard welfare kids, we don't give a fuck about y'all. Them motherfuckers been together 12 years, y'all still ain't married. We don't give a fuck about y'all, dog. We don't care. We just saying keep your fucking kids away from the good ones. Everyone's saying keep your pieces of shit with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Isolate your fucking selves. That's the project. No, the projects need to be cleaned up, because my people, they have a lot of work to do because it was already there, but they're just not doing it united. So it's not working. But they still showing off their skills still to this day. It's like, it's not like the energy's dead or anything. It's just, it's on some negative. It's so negative that there's no inspiration in it. And when there's no inspiration around, how can new great things be created? That's why black people ain't created a new form of style. Remember, before hip hop, they went through one more thing. You know what I'm saying? Civil rights, all that stuff. Then you get the techno and all the different types of stuff with the hip hop. It's like, what's stopping them from making the next form of music? This shit. It's just hip hop. It's like, just like we had to let the other music die to let hip hop live, we have to let hip hop die to let something else live. And it's like, That's why people are singing now. They melodic with their music, and it's like, bro, it's not even rap. This is not hip hop. This is fucking singing. My point is made, but yo, at the end of it all, you gotta stop breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop breaking the universal law, and you have to stop talking to fucking criminals about good things. You got talking about bringing us together. Shut the fuck up, dog. If you still in the same energy that you was when you was like 13 years old, when you first met this shit, if you still are on those topics, you still in that conversation, like you don't just make one video every now and then. No, you stay in that zone. It's like, bro, you're no help to us because you're too grown and the game is too deep for you to just be a knucklehead out here. Like, no, that's unacceptable. In my eyes, it's unacceptable. It doesn't make any sense. We gotta stop breaking the law, man. Better yet, y'all, because I don't even break the fucking law. But it's like, you gotta stop breaking the law, man. It's not working for us. Being criminals is not working for us. We're the number one in the jail. We're the number one going through hell. This shit is not working for us. It's not. Crime it does not pay for black people at all. It doesn't. And that's why most of them ain't even doing crime no more. They just robbing each other, killing each other, and they're crimes. But what I'm saying is they're not like taking over streets and big time drug dealers. You don't even have those no more. It's just murderers and junkies. Damn shame. Shit gotta get better, man. Peace and love. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I just want to let it be known, man. It's like, that's not breaking the law, yo. The shit's not worth it. It's not worth it at the end. And you hurt more than you help. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't helping nothing. Like, y'all don't help nothing. Poisoning people ain't helping nobody. Hitting somebody in the head or just acting a fool, being loud at the fucking train station, it's not helping anybody. Gyrating at the Burger King, it's not helping anybody. It just don't help. It's not beneficial, you know. And the most important person is not beneficial is to the group, to y'all. It doesn't help, you know. I'm out. Ghost.